What is up, guys? It is your boy Thorinx here, and today, guys, I'm gonna be playing That Dragon Cancer. Before I start this game, I do want to go into what this game was created for, and basically what the purpose of it is. So, the family that created this game, the husband was a game developer, and he decided to create this game for his son Joel, who passed with terminal child cancer. So, the whole reason they had created the game, started selling it, was so that way they could help lower the debt to their hospital bills and everything that they had to do in order to get out of a shitty situation, basically. But Joel's father created this game as a basically like a memoir memorial, and to show everyone basically what a like day-to-day life was with them. But what I'm gonna do is we'll go ahead and jump into this. Enough of me talking. So, let's get this show on the road. Bread on the water. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I hope that you guys watch through the entire video and take in and appreciate our lives, because some of us don't have to go through these struggles dealing with medical conditions, so on and so forth. So, I'm a duck. Ducky duck.
Okay, give some to Joel. Share with Joel. Yeah.
Bread. Give me the bread. Num, 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 num. Alright. So, of course, we're safe to assume that this child here is Joel.
Oh, don't touch the birds. No. Don't touch the birds. No, the ropes. Yeah. Okay.
The controls are kind of very swayy, to say the least, but
No. Hold on. Hey. Careful. Here.
Oh, guys, give Joel some bread.
Mom, he threw the whole piece.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, Joel. Here's a piece. Okay, no, you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right?
Yeah.
What?
so
He,
it seems like we're giving
but he
him
can't
the bread
talk.
now.
It's true.
Yeah.
he can talk.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
Yeah. So he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up.
So sad just sitting here reading all of this.
Yeah, I think Joel will read eventually.
Well, Isaac, of course. He's just delayed. Because,
Yeah.
Joel's supposed to be a boy. But he's a baby. He's a boy. What?
Yep, he's a boy baby. That's just about right. There's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
Eating, laughing.
Yeah.
We're good at making them laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at doing what he loves.
Yeah.
So, I can already tell I'm gonna have a hard time getting through this game. I've had family members who have gone through cancer. I've had neighbors who've gone through cancer, but nothing as terminal
What does
as
Joel know?
Joel's case.
Wawa. In cups, bathtubs, and the warm, wet tongues and the cool fur of Das. And maybe the sweet was of daily affection. And bye-byes. And blown kisses. And more. Oh, always more. This full list of words. So few words.
So I couldn't even imagine what it'd be like. It's kind of weird. You're not actually like walking around, it's taking it.
No, but very soon.
Do you think they know? Can they sense it?
None of them know.
No one ever realizes how short the time is.
I'm gonna apologize right now, guys, that if I do end up fucking crying my eyes out. Because this is hard. I may not truly personally understand
What is pain without a word for it?
what Joel's parents had to do
What is hope
with
without a word?
losing a kid.
Who is God? What is joy?
I'm still a very sensitive and an emotional person, so
Who am I to him? Dada.
so these are all the memories that his dad must have.
Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Set.
He's been very peaceful all afternoon. Oh, yeah.
Ready? Set.
Who's that? I
Go.
was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well. Yeah. He's been very peaceful all afternoon.
Okay, Joel. Ready? Set.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Set. Go.
Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
I don't know if there's
Yeah.
a certain amount of times I have to do this, or it's just kind of.
He's been very peaceful all afternoon.
Are you ready? Set. Okay, Joel. Ready? Set.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
He's been
I get-
very peaceful all afternoon.
So. So, you know, it's pretty cool that Joel's parents thought it'd be awesome to share his life, even though it was very short. I was reading in kind of the development blogs that his son was diagnosed at only a year old. So, of course, for parents, that's always such a hard thing to deal with because, you know, just had this new baby boy and you found out, you know, you never know if time can be short with them or not.
Are you ready? Set. Go.
Is your leg okay? She's laying on your leg.
So, I'm sorry that I'm not saying much either because I want you guys to fully hear basically the characters in this story talk.
Okay, Joel. Ready?
That is a duck.
So, come up over here. So, I'm assuming we're in
What do you
the
think, Isaac?
part of
He's in a hospital, so they're taking care of him, and that's how he gets his food.
his mother.
His food
I
goes through
assume?
that too.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to touch him? Yeah. Why don't you just pat his cheek, okay? Okay. Pat his cheek. Yes. See? It's Jolly. Yeah. You want to touch him, Katie?
Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try, and I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when you get home.
Okay. So, at this point, it seems that they haven't gotten to the part where he was actually diagnosed. Oh gosh. I feel the waterworks working up right now. Man. So there's the metaphor. The dragon, of course, describing cancer being this big and vicious creature. So
fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, and talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
man. I'm gonna try to keep my composure, guys. So that way you guys just don't hear me crying and sniveling like a little baby. But I hope you guys truly take in everything and just immerse yourselves in the story. Because it's really important to the family that, you know, the people who do hear this story, you know, appreciate the things that they have. Oh man. So,
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go. Oh,
this is so sad. Man. Okay.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
So, I didn't press anything, I promise. But, do I do? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Wow. I fixed it, guys. Oh, man. But of course, now, as it seems like the wife is calling and talking to her husband, which I believe's name is Ryan, you know, further and further along, they start describing more of the complications that Joel is having. Heck. So, of course, these are like blown up medical gloves. I don't understand. Okay. So far, I'm doing really well, keeping myself composed. So, this is probably a metaphor that, you know, Joel is now on his way. Oh, man. So of course, every time coming through, there's a pop, and you see less and less.
Joel.
Man.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. I'll hang out with Joel. What the hell? Oh.
Yeah.
What if it's like
Everybody.
stuffed up? Oh, she's so calm. She doesn't those little dogs are.
It's too sweet. Oh man. All right. Keep yourself composed, Randall. Keep yourself composed. Man. I mean, I know I'm not even fully into the game yet. End of treatment party. Oh man. Do we have a choice where we're gonna walk? Let's go this way. Hopefully they don't make us just walk around. Okay, so I guess I left my phone sitting here.
Hey honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing happy off therapy day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, okay, call me if you can. There's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. All right, bye.
I'm sorry you guys have to hear me, get upset and everything. So. What the hell? Oh yeah. They knew exactly this is how, this is gonna cheer people up just after watching this. So of course, this is basically showing all the different stuff that the kid had to go through and, what?
Well, how long is it going to be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Because the on call is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic they were going to let us go. I just want to know what the plan is.
Cancel the treatment.
Isn't it dangerous for him to not?
They probably want me to go up over here to Joel. Whew, man. Just sitting in here by himself. I don't know where exactly you're trying to get me to go. Right here, because this elevator wasn't here the last time. So. I do want to apologize to you guys, though, that, you know, I'm getting emotional. I'm so used to picturing things if it was like me in that spot, and it'd be so hard. Can I move? Wonder what's gonna happen. Cause it's not like I can go back in here. Oh, I'm dumb. So, you know, I'm playing this, going through as if it's me and my wife's first kid. And it would be so rough. Oh, man. Just to see your own kid, you know, have to go through all this stuff is crazy.
Hey, it's you again. I love you, my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how I started. You touch it right here, then the big lion comes. You know a scary lion? It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears.
Hopefully it's not super loud. Okay.
Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
So that's a doggy. It's probably like a horse. Yep, it's a horse. It's up over here. Oh, a giraffe. Okay. So get the dog going. And this fourth animal. It looks like so of course we're gonna go through until he rides on all the animals. Oh man. But I think it is so cool that he got to do this. Be able to create a game to basically remember his son in a very unique way that other people can then also join and see the story. So these are probably other people that the game developer Hugs to all my UIHC kids and families, Greg Rice. Or people that are important to didn't mean to grab that one up again. That were important to this family, to my hero, Henry M. Bradley Seward, 1979 to 1983. Miss you always. Oh, man. To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandmother, rest in peace, Hank, Marcia, and all the rest of you beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever's become of you, you're presently better off than you were at the end of your life. We miss you. Man. Jason Javier Sanchez, 1980 to 2008, forever in our hearts. They had so many cards stuck up around here. You're stronger than you know. Love will keep you strong. Have faith like children and love like Christ. Why do it if it's not fun? In memory, Rick Miller. If every hour wounds, let us sit a minute. And I do want to go through all these cards because, you know, the developer took time enough to put all these openal cards to be able to put other people's messages out or whatnot. Love you, Papa. You even now, you still make me laugh. I miss you, Rachel. Take my tears, love, they will carry you home. I still love you, girl from Mars. We belong to each other. So, we'll walk through here. Wow, there are so many cards. I'll just pick one off from each section. To say we miss you is an understatement. Love you, Mom. DLB. Wow. Yeah, cards everywhere. Dad, Aunt, Mary, and Jake. I miss you all. Love, Dad. We love you and miss you. Rest in peace, RAS. In loving memory of my father, Michael V. Shaw, Sr. Man. So crazy. In loving memory, Jan and Don Hubbards. I'm sorry that you guys seriously have to listen to me cry and sob. Mommy, we love and miss you. Micah, Eliza, and Daddy. Mom, I love you and give you to Christ. See you soon. On the 14th of February, you passed away from leukemia. I miss you, Dad. Fly me to the moon. But I'm so blessed to say I don't have to deal with this. And rest in peace, Mom, Nellie, T-Van. Love Rich, Car, and the grandkids. But, for those who are going through this, you know, I heavily pray for your loved ones. Linda Jose Turner, always loving, always loved. That probably says GOC. Now, after reading it. Oh, man. Keep fighting, don't give up, love every day. I'm so sorry, guys, that... I mean, I know I'm apologizing so much. I'm sorry, guys, it's not good. Oh, God.
The ducks like to go on a morning run. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, man.
It's the horse's birthday. Farmer Bill made a carrot cake. Farmer Bill plays hide and seek with the cows.
Oh, man.
Farmer Bill scratches the pig's chinny chin chin.
Anything else? I did all of them, I believe.
Farmer Bill gives the pigs piggyback rides.
Oh, okay. You just gotta wait until it's the end of the day.
The cows and the horses get together for cards at night.
Yeah.
You know what the horse's favorite chess piece is? That's right, a bishop. Farmer Bill separates the sheep from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
That was,
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
This is where it's gonna get bad for me. Oh gosh. I really don't want to go through these.
And there it is. They get it now.
They've always been clear.
Sometimes I wish we could just leave them waiting a few more minutes, because once they get this news, their life never goes back to how it was before.
Well, it's in the front.
Those were their last normal
It's quite
minutes,
small at this point, but
and they
unfortunately
didn't
the
even
size
know it.
isn't terribly important.
I'm glad he's so good at this. He takes the losses so personally. Joel's looking good. He's been making progress, his weight is up. It's just hard to believe that we only made it halfway through chemotherapy. It was rough at first, but I really started to think that he was gonna make it.
Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
God damn.
With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It's only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give him chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to, so there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
I heavily pray for you guys who are going through something like this. Because I couldn't even imagine.
I'm going to cry after all because they love us. And they love Joel, and we're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
Oh, man.
Oh, miracles are
How
scary.
long are we talking about?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Does this just play through their entire
I cannot cry.
You've given me a lot to think about already.
They shouldn't feel like they have to
I'm
come
going to have
with
you
me.
come back Monday and we can talk about palliative treatment.
Palliative?
Palliative is medicine you give at the end of life to improve the quality of
Oh,
life.
God.
Its goal is to treat the symptoms, but it can't cure Joel.
We'll do a lumbar puncture and talk to our radiation oncologist to decide whether we could do some radiation or just chemotherapy.
What would the radiation do?
Well, the radiation could probably kill the tumor we see now, which would prevent it from causing any symptoms, but it would not keep more tumors from developing, because we know if it spread here, it would spread other places too.
And of course, I'm sure you
So,
guys can understand
the
what the
radiation
rain
would buy
and the
us some
flooding
time.
represents.
No, nothing will really buy us any time at this point. It just can make the time you have left more comfortable. So we'll schedule you to come back in Monday, and we'll have some options for you to consider. We're so sorry. I hate this part of the job. The impotent confession of failure to parents that are still trying desperately to hold on to hope for a breakthrough. They're not wrong. We'll find something. We'll get better. But not in time to help Joel. I wish they wouldn't thank us for bad news.
They've always been clear! Joel's had a recurrence of his tumor. Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex. And it's quite small at first. But unfortunately, the size is very important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence at any time, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give chemotherapy that we know is resistant to. So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're very good at end of life care. We're very good at managing pain.
I'm sorry, guys. Oh, man. This story is just so beautiful. Man. It really and truly is. So I guess we're in a bird's point of view now.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
Man. You just have bottles spread out. But I am sure that these are all notes that she's
We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
So, super upsetting to listen to all these.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand, walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter, and then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
Did all the other
I
ones
had been
have
in
notes
this
like
room
that?
with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding, the one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
The ravenous reverie of waking is but a distant memory. Or was it a dream? I can't remember the last time I woke up hungry. Not so long ago, carefree, welcoming the challenge of yoga on paddleboards, springing through the rain and over puddles at the reservoir track. Weathering several storms since entering the first battlefield over 2 years ago, a succession of precise scalpels, high-energy beams, and pharmacological strategies, a journey no one asks for. Still standing, spirit unyielding but not the same. With each treatment an imprint, evidence of what came before, willing rogue mutinous cells to yield to my current tailored chemical onslaught, stay put and do not multiply, or better yet, disappear altogether. By the will of God, through the tools of modern medicine, with the support of family and friends. Onward.
I think we have 2 more for this section. So of course, here's just a photo. Oops. There are other notes. Let me come back so we don't miss them.
I am at Seattle Children's Hospital, and nobody wants to be here. Even as an internationally recognized temple of healing, every inch of it is terror. Every cubic inch of every room that is not occupied by terrified children and terrified parents is filled to its capacity with a terror wholly unique to that family, which no other person has any power to comprehend. There is art on the walls and rooms which is designed to evoke a jungle of some kind, and I resent it. Every giraffe is my
Sworn enemy. Here, and fly back there. And I know there are several notes.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Man.
I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I possibly could in faith for my son.
Damn. How many messages are just floating around here?
It was easier to believe that God would win this battle for Joel when the dragon Joel was facing was blurry, seen from a great distance up on a hill very far away. Now the dragon Joel is facing is close enough for us to begin to see every scale and scar. We can feel its breath. If we were confident before because we weren't quite sure what we were facing, then our confidence was misplaced. When the dragon becomes more real, then our God must become even bigger, even more real to us. Our faith must grow to match our circumstances. We must not, no matter how tempting, try to shrink our circumstances to match our perception of God.
All right. So make our way back. Wait, what just happened? Maybe I was only allowed to
Her
read a certain-
expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents, supernatural miracles. I envy her.
It's so crazy, all the metaphors and everything that easily come from situations like this. Joel the Baby Knight.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the Baby Knight?
Yes, Joel the Baby Knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So much fire, you guys.
I laid down.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like help. You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home, and they can quit fighting for a while.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seemed like the dragon couldn't find him. But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right.
Man.
Can't kill the dragon. But that's the best part of the story. God fights for Joel. So he fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't.
Holy crap. Gosh. Alright then. Gosh.
Well, what about Tim from church, Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have wings?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well.
I'm just gonna spam.
So brave and so strong. And God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. We know that Tim's in heaven and that he's with God and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was easy.
Okay. I think they have it set to where you can't kill the dragon until those who have lost the battle.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars. And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this. Someone has to.
That's not fair. I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
And the struggles of actually dealing with it, because it not only affects...
Dear Mr. Barnett, I'm not sure if this letter will get to you. However, I felt the need to write to you and your company. My daughter recently passed away after a long battle with cancer. and she was only 14 years old. In our short time with her, we saw her transformed from our wonderful little girl into a sickly child who spent far too many days in her bed full of pain. And we worried that we would never see her happy again. Well, the hospital gave her access to a computer, and she found her way to your game. I'm unsure really what it is, but from the day that she began playing Legends of Terrace, our daughter changed. She sat up, she was excited, she smiled again. She told us all these stories about what she was doing in the lands, all the things she wanted to do in real life but was too sick to try. She swam in the ocean, rode a horse, she had birthdays, bought a house, and she went on adventures with these new friends from all over the world. I don't know how to explain the happiness that it brought to us. For a short while, our daughter returned to us. She'd regained the wonder and an optimism that the illness had taken from her. She talked about strange lands that you had made, the creatures, magical things, and adventures she went on. She lost her battle for life, but you helped bring our daughter back for a short time. And for that, we're eternally thankful. Sincerely, Julie.
So, my wife and I have a family friend by the name of Julie who has gone through a battle with breast cancer. So the audio for that one doesn't seem to really be going.
Dear Julie, thank you for your letter. I am honored to have played any small part in bringing your daughter joy. She will be missed within the game. I knew your daughter as Hanara of the Knights Guild. In our world, she lived in Devardic and defended the city many times from the forces of evil. Your daughter may have ultimately lost her battle with that dragon cancer, but in my game, she was the Dragon Slayer. Since you don't know much about the game or who she was there, I'm sending you a screenshot of one of your daughter's adventures. Sincerely, Paul.
It just sucks going through all this stuff. Because it's like...
I'm reminded that having faith does not mean denying what is happening to Joel. Faith means knowing exactly what is happening and also knowing that God has a truth that trumps every other fact.
It sucks a whole lot because, you know, cancer takes away so many loved people. So, of course, here is like the chat log from the game. But you guys can pause it, read this entire thing, and then continue watching the video. Where am I going to next? Probably here, then up over there. Notes up over here.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial, but seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain, not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer, because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful.
Oh, man.
People's conciliatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me. They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer.
Oh man. Where are we going to next?
This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart Death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on Death, studying it in its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power.
Man.
Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Then, of course, this is all the battle that, Joel's father has to go through with himself, his family. It's all just so I believe we're getting him to slowly swim to the top. No, he keeps coming back down. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I need to do here. Okay, that's what I had to do. I was trying to make him go in the wrong direction. Dehydration.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall, better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl. Blue, purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better.
I really can't imagine what it would be like.
It's okay, Jolie. Shh. Oh, don't throw your head, buddy. Don't. I hate this room. I didn't used to. For a moment, it was an adventure. I was cast as the compassionate and caring father, holed up with his fragile son in a small cleft in the rocks. The storm raging, waves ripping at the sharp black rocks below, and enveloped in my arms, he feels safe, and I am holding him firmly, trying not to slip. Because if you hold tight enough, nothing will take him. Right?
This game has me on my feels. Like, straight up. What am I supposed to do?
Here we go, bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying.
Oh, man.
I'm hungry. I wonder if he's hungry. He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it.
Oh man. I'm just at a loss of words with, you know, with all of this.
He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. and I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits, and I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it. It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Okay, buddy, okay. I'll hold you.
Shh. This is so sad.
Oh, Joel Bug. You look so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are. You are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here. Not dead. Not there. With you. Oh God, I want him here with me. Please. Peace. He sleeps. Thank you.
Man.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep. In the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
Oh, we're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in California.
So, now that we're in California, how much longer to San Francisco?
About 3.5 hours, bud.
Oh.
Well, it's 10 a.m. now, so that means you guys can grab one more item from your road trip bags.
And it's my turn to be the king.
Oh, Elijah, it's okay. You were a very good, noble, just, and true king. But now we have to do it as a boss.
My first edict as king is we dance like monkeys for 30 minutes.
Maybe like 5 minutes?
Nope, babe. He said 30. We must do what he says.
This is the worst. Someone make Elijah the king.
Monkey tickles. There's monkey tickles.
My second edict as
Trying to make my way up here to the top, but doesn't seem like I can.
So Joel died. Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
That's what it is. Oh man.
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy?
This is just so much. Alright then.
Because even while Jesus wept for Lazarus, 5 minutes later he raised Lazarus from the dead.
Now it's letting me come up here. Just flying around.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
This game is doing something heavy on my heart right now. The Temple of God.
All right, kids, you know what time it is.
But down in the description, I plan on leaving the website that you can donate and get this game for. Even though you guys watched the playthrough of it, please go to that website and, you know, donate what you can, because it is rough if you have so much in medical bills that you have to pay for, and this was their kind of way of not asking for handouts, but they came up with this so that way they didn't feel bad of just receiving money. So
Lord, rise up. Oh my God, let this boy's life. Not let you go unless you bless him.
Boy's life return to
God,
him.
come save him. Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
Lord, rise up. I will not let you go unless you bless him.
Return to him.
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
It is not something that
I will not let you go unless you bless him. Lord, rise up. Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
what am I supposed to do?
Have mercy on us because he is weak.
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
Oh Lord, my God, let this
I
boy's
will not
life
let you
return
go
to
unless
him.
you bless him.
And Lord, you say that
On earth as
oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
What am I supposed to do?
Have mercy on us because he is weak.
I will not let you go unless you bless him.
God, this is not beyond you. It is not something that is difficult
Lord,
for you
rise
or hard for you. Lord, but we
How was I able just to back away from that? Can I back out of it again, please?
have mercy on us because he is weak.
I will not let you go unless you bless him.
Oh my God, let this boy's life return to him.
You are sufficient.
God, this is not and God,
I pray for your blessing in their finances, for your blessing in their health, and you bless their children, Father. Father, I pray that you'll be able to continue to be in touch with every situation.
And
raising each of them.
Ew.
Father, I pray
Lord, let them not.
Oh man.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to
God,
Lord,
he'll
my
not let
God,
you
let this
go unless
boy's
you
life
bless him.
return.
He'll not let you go unless you bless him. He'll not let you go unless you bless him.
Okay, now I'm backing away. Ah!
He'll not let you go unless you bless him.
I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry I keep failing this. Can I pick that? How is that continue to back out of it? Oh. I think I just have to wait for all this stuff to be done to me. Backing away. Not gonna touch anything. There we go.
Pray with all the strength, with all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left for this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you, Lord, with faith of your children, with faith as small as a mustard seed. And Lord, we speak in the name of Jesus. Oh my God, let this child's soul come back to him.
Okay.
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
And there you go. Picture of an angel. Oh.
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent, and so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
But like I said, I'm going to have the link to the website in the description so that way you guys can go donate, you know,
I
leave your mark
remember
with this.
you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you have liked it too. Look at all of these pancakes. Did you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name him Manju.
Manju.
Whoa, Bubbles? Manju doesn't catch a bubble. He likes to bite him. I love bubbles.
So of course now this is how he is
Look, I
in
can
heaven.
catch one.
Because if you guys remember, he couldn't talk. Now he's
I
able
want
to talk.
more bubbles.
He has a dog and all that good stuff.
I love the bubbles. Come here, Manju. Have another pancake.
Wow. Am I gonna go through and blow bubbles all over
I
you?
can eat whatever I want. I never fall.
Oh man.
These are the best pancakes I ever had. I love them.
So, I'm pretty sure that is the end. I do want to thank you guys for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Please go to the description, go to the website that they have created, so that way they can get support for the stuff that they need. So of course, there's Joel. So please go take a look at that. Also, my wife volunteers for a breast cancer survivor foundation created by one of her friends. You guys can go Google, type in Pink Warrior Angels, check them out. Please do whatever you can to help with them. They're a nonprofit that pairs current cancer patients along with those who have survived, so they have somebody by their side to walk them through everything. They also spend a whole lot of their time making sure that those are in need have the stuff accessible to them. They do care kits and everything for those with cancer. So, I'm not entirely sure if they have a website, but if they do, I will also leave that in the description as well. Please, guys, take a look at those two things for me, please. So of course you can see all the kids, other family members voiced in this game. It is a pleasure to have the family share all this stuff so that way, you know, they can get the story out. But these are all the people who help put in money to their Kickstarter so that way these guys could have the funds to create this game and be able to put this out to people. So, every name that you see here are just fantastic people. Because if it wasn't for all these people who helped donated to make this a possibility, this would have never existed, let alone there you'd have these guys probably wouldn't have the funds that they have to help pay off medical bills and expenses. But the link in the description that'll take you to actually go donate and get the game, it's like $10. You know, that's an easy go mow a neighbor's yard or something and be able to put it forward to them. So that was the end for That Dragon Cancer. Greatly appreciated for everyone who's watched to the very end. But I'm going to have those links down into the description so that way you guys can go take a look at it, help some people out. But that is your boy Thorinx signing out. Deuces.